I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out, man. I'm crashing out. I can't fucking take this anymore, man. I can't take the Rachel Zegler slander. It's doing things to my brain. It's messing up my day. It's messing up my week. It's hurting my soul. It's hurting my feelings. I can't do it anymore. And this whole episode, all of it is about the defense of Rachel Zegler. Welcome to episode 8 of the Pandulce podcast, yo. We're skipping the fucking intro and getting into it because I can't take this shit anymore. A lot of y'all bitches been dogging on Rachel Zegler. And y'all need to chill the fuck out. Every TikTok comment section I go into, I scroll and everyone hates Rachel Zegler. I saw a comment that said that it doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a liberal. Everyone hates Rachel Zegler. And I'm like, why? Please, give it a chance. Why are we hating on this girl, Rachel? And I know y'all got your reasons, so let's go back. Let's go back in time to when this all started. So apparently, way back when, we've all seen the clip. We've seen the clip where she's on the red carpet, and they're like, blah, 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 Snow White, what's it going to be like? And Rachel Zegler's all like, well, it's like, the movie was made a long time ago, and it was like the prince saving the princess, and it's like pretty outdated. So, we're going to modernize some shit. And like, okay, like maybe Rachel didn't make the best decision when saying that, but you got to cut my girl Rachel some slack. This is the woman that was in West Side Story. Banger movie. I saw that movie, and I was left speechless, y'all. That movie, amazing. She was great in it. And she made that banger-ass song from the Hunger Games. I can't take my charm, can't take my humor, can't take my way. Anyways, so y'all were on her ass about that. And obviously, she doesn't look like Snow White, so you guys were already tweaking about that. And the right-wing media and the conservatives were all hating on her, saying this was the woke agenda. And go woke, go broke, go woke, go broke, which isn't even fucking true. Go woke, go broke is like not a real thing. Like, this isn't even why this movie failed. Like, the movie didn't solely fail because of Rachel Zegler. It failed because of so many other reasons. But anyways, y'all hating on Rachel Zegler, need to chill. So here are the valid complaints about the Snow White movie. The costumes look ass. The dwarfs look ass. Gal Gadot, she supported Israel publicly and can't act. And yes, Rachel supported Palestine publicly, but like, yeah, come on, bro. We're not fucking with Gal Gadot. I don't think people are fucking with Disney live action remakes anymore. Y'all need to chill with that. It just didn't look appealing. The idea itself wasn't appealing to begin with. Even if this was like, even if they casted, well, actually that's not true probably, but like, no. Either way, this movie wouldn't have been as huge as a success as people making it out to me. It definitely wouldn't have been the disaster it was, but nah. And of course, Rachel Zegler does not look like Snow White. Like, no shit. She's a Latina woman. Also, Rachel Zegler is Latina. Latina. Despite her not being completely fluent in the language. But whoever saw that Noches de Colombia video, I love Noches de Colombia. That was real as fuck. I like Noches de Colombia too. And yes, we know her last name is not Hispanic, and is she that connected to her culture? We don't know. But I think Rachel is very aware of this and would like to be more connected to her culture. So let's cut her some fucking slack. Who are we to say who's Latina and who's not Latina? Fuck you guys. Let these bitches live. So in the defense of Rachel Zegler, I'm going to say I glaze the heck out of Rachel. I think she's so talented. As someone who was a senior in high school, starring and leading the musical, to hear that this girl didn't go to college, was casted by Steven Spielberg, and is now going to be in a huge, major motion picture, it was like the coolest thing ever. And like, I wanted to be Rachel Zegler. And I was glazing it before the movie even came out. Like, I was so hyped to see this movie just because I thought Rachel was so cool for, I guess, being someone like me who got to just, I don't know, that's like every actor's dream. Like, they're trying to go out of high school and like make it big and do it. And she's doing it. So it just makes me so sad to see her struggling like this. I feel so bad, and so much of the world hates her right now, and it's literally so unjustified. I think a lot of people just love to hate. Y'all bitches don't really care about Snow White. You really don't care about this movie. You probably wouldn't have seen it anyways. You aren't like emotionally attached to the original movie. Like, don't lie to me right now and be like, yeah, Snow White, yeah, that was one of my favorite movies, like, growing up. Like, that's the movie I adored. Like, bro, out of all the Disney movies, that's your favorite one? Snow White, Tangled, Little Mermaid, Aladdin? Dude, come on. We don't even have to lie about it now. Come on. You guys just don't like Rachel Zegler. And I think that needs to change, and that's my little rant, my little take on that. I will say that if I ever make it into Hollywood, if I ever become successful, Rachel, I'm gonna throw you a bone. I'm gonna get you in one of these movies because I think you're super talented and you don't deserve the hate. So, Rachel, if this comes up on your YouTube recommended and you watching this, hey, bro, more power to you. Keep pushing. But you got it, though. You got it. You don't need me to tell you that. Breaking news about this, what I just read on Reddit.com, is that Pedro Pascal openly supports Rachel Zegler on Instagram, calling her an icon. Good on Pedro for doing that. That's super dope of him, especially since he works for Disney and is another Latino. I think that's cool. I do have my beef with Pedro Pascal, and that's so crazy. I'm just announcing my beef. Like, this fucking rando on the internet. If Pedro Pascal ever saw this, he'd be like, who the fuck is this guy? But I got my beef with Pedro, and the only beef I have with him is surrounding the Last of Us TV show. Actually, it's really not beef with him. It's just beef with the TV show. But we don't have to get into that now. We can get into that next week, maybe, I think. This is the Rachel episode. So, speaking on my girl Rachel, speaking on my op, Gal Gadot, you already know what time it is. Celebrity tussles, round fucking 3, I think, or 4. I can't remember. We got Rachel Zegler versus Gal Gadot. And I didn't even pull up the stats for this episode because I know that Rachel Zegler is extremely freaking shorter than Gal Gadot. Actually, I did look it up. Rachel Zegler stands at 5'2", and I know she's like 23, and Gal Gadot is like 40 and probably like 6'2". So Gal Gadot could play in the WNBA. Rachel Zegler wouldn't have a chance. And so I think realistically, Gal Gadot would beat the fuck out of Rachel. I mean, she was Wonder Woman. She's got some fighting skills. Rachel Zegler was in the Hunger Games, and she was in that Shazam movie. But I don't think it's enough. I think Gal's just going to, like, kick her in the face, call it a day. Not that it's not saying I want that to happen, but probably would happen. But since that's a little uninteresting and we don't want it to happen, I made a little scenario for how the fight might go and how Rachel can maybe come out on top. So, imagine this. Gal Gadot, she's getting her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and there's protesters on the side saying, "Free Palestine, free Palestine." Gal Gadot's ignoring it because she really just don't give a fuck. Evil ass motherfucker. And so Rachel Zegler, she's seeing this on the news, and she's like, I've had enough. I've had enough of the hatred. I've had enough of everything against me. Fuck you, Gal Gadot. And she drives to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, because I imagine she can drive. And she runs up to Gal Gadot and just starts going crazy. Starts like beating the fuck at her. And Gal's caught off guard. Gal's like, what the fuck? And Gal's like, going crazy. And Gal starts throwing some punches. Left, right, hook, whatever. She starts getting the man. And Rachel's all like trying to bob and weave them, but it's not enough. So luckily, the Palestine protesters jump the fence. And they're like, yeah, free Palestine, and start beating the fuck out of Gal Gadot. And there's a very good chance that even the free Palestine supporters might still not like Rachel. That'd be pretty hilarious. If Rachel's just like, yeah, I'm with you, and they're like, no, we still didn't like Snow White. I'm sorry. Thanks for the help, but I'm not going to watch that fucking movie. That'd be really fucking funny, but also really sad. But yeah, that's my hypothetical scenario where Rachel wins. Yeah, give it to her. All right. Something I also want to talk about, jumping off of the wokeness, jumping off of the Snow White, is the state of this country, low key. I know this motherfucker's about to get political, but something I want to talk about is the word DEI. Is that even a word? It's an acronym, right? I'm a slow bitch. But I don't think I ever heard of DEI prior to 3 months ago. It's like it's a new buzzword that's been flying around. DEI now is almost like saying a slur. Like I know it stands for, I think, diversity, equality, and inclusion. That might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But the fact is, a lot of people hear DEI and start tweaking. Oh, DEI. 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 Like, it just gets them angry, and I just don't know why. It's like, you can meet someone and talk to them, and they'll be like, oh, why'd you vote for Trump? He's like, I don't really care for that DEI bullshit. Everybody deserves to get a job, man, but it's got to be equal. Not that DEI shit, man. And why? Why are we not fucking with DEI? Please explain why DEI is a bad thing. But DEI, it's another fucking buzzword. And I want to bring up this guy I work with, and it's not completely linked to DEI, but it's linked to this like mindset that I think a lot of conservatives may have, is that we were talking one time, and I forget what exactly we were talking about, but he was like talking about racism and like how we shouldn't talk about it or something like that. Like, he was saying it was getting out of hand to the point where like, oh, like they're trying to put the white man down. It's like they're trying to make us like feel bad for stuff that like we didn't even do. It's like he was like, well, like all that bad stuff, like I didn't do any of that, but they're trying to put me down. They're trying to like, and it's like he was trying to say that he was oppressed. And I just had to be there like, He's like, yeah, man, I don't fuck with that. Like, they're trying to put me down. It's like, you as the white man, how are you being put down? But that man, and I won't say his name, he doesn't watch the podcast, doesn't matter. That man be putting himself down in his own ways. I won't get into it. He's had a crazy life, and it's pretty much all on him, TBH. And he be getting on my nerves for real. But he's never going to watch this, so who cares? But I wonder how many people in the United States, especially white men or women, hey, let's not talk about the women, because we can't say that these white women are angels out here. The white women be demons too. That's not sexist. That's reality. Some of these white women need to be stopped, like Gal Gadot. Some of these, there's too many white women out there that need to be stopped. Too many. But yeah, I wonder how many white people out there really, really feel that all this talk of like racism and like protests and stuff and is like going back in time. Like, a lot of these people feel that, oh, if you want racism to go away, you just gotta stop talking about it. If you stop talking about racism, it's gonna stop existing. Yeah, it's gonna stop existing because you, the white person, no longer needs to hear about it anymore because all your friends are white, so no one can talk about it. But if some minority comes up to you and starts talking about racism, whoa, man. We're all equal here, hermano. We're all equal here, buddy. Racism, it's a thing of the past, man. Hey, I'm not racist. And it may be true that some of these people are not racist in the outright sense that they would say a slur to you. But there's also racism that's on a more subtle level, where the way they act to you or the way they say things to you is just racist. And they might not even recognize it as racist, but it is. I remember one time, I'm not going to say who this is because no need to, but I was with his family one time, and I actually don't even know if I could say the story, but pretty much someone said something to me that was pretty fucking racist. And I was just like, man, what the heck? And I was upset about it. And then I just ignored it. And then at a later date, I hung out with them again. And the mother started practicing Spanish with me. And I was like, yeah, you know, like, you don't really need to practice Spanish with me. Like, I don't really want to be your Spanish partner. It's just like, it's just kind of offensive. Like, first it was like, okay, I was called Taco Man. Isn't that crazy? Taco Man? Bruh. And the whole family was up there giggling about it. Like, man, fuck those bitches. But, well, whatever. And yeah, that's crazy. And then, the mom got like really upset, and she was like, well, I actually have this like Hispanic kid in my class, and I like practice speaking Spanish with him, and well, he's actually really into it and he's really helpful. It's like, okay, maybe you, since you're in a position of power, you, like, what the fuck is he going to say to that? Like, no, I don't want to speak Spanish with you. Not everyone who speaks a language wants to be your fucking language buddy. And what's so crazy about all of this is that at the time when I was this was when I was like 14, maybe 15, 16, maybe. And I was speaking to a therapist at the time, and I told this to my therapist. And I guess what I was saying was so maybe relatable to something she was doing a little like a therapy group for or something. I don't know. But I had to basically go in for a meeting with everyone in the staff who worked at this hospital. And I was just telling this speech on how it was like a whole bunch of adults in a room, and I was just there explaining as a child to all these people like what happened to me and why it's not okay. And I was basically saying like, yeah, like I think as people, we all want to understand each other, and in a way, sometimes we try to connect with someone in a way that's inappropriate without us knowing. So, for example, when you go up to someone and it's like, hey, you want to eat tacos tonight? Like, that's whack. Like, okay, maybe I do want to eat tacos, but that's fucked up. Like, I know you're trying to relate to me, but that's not really like, it's like a stereotype. Like, yeah, maybe I fuck with tacos, but you bringing it up like every fucking time you see me, it's like, bro, what the fuck? And then basically just going on to being like, if you're just randomly spewing this foreign language that you don't really know onto someone else in hopes that like they're gonna be your teacher and like help you, it's just not the right way to connect on these things, and it just can come off as like annoying and kind of pretentious. Not maybe pretentious isn't the right word, but just annoying. And then yeah, I remember people in the room being like, yeah, low-key, I'd be doing that sometimes. I'd be speaking Spanish or another language with some other person with a foreign language, thinking I'm being like cool and everything, but it might come off as like mocking. And I was like, yeah. But I think at the end of the day, well, this is what I said in the speech. I was like, I think at the end of the day, we're all human, and we all just want to feel like we're supporting each other, and we're at home in our community. And I understand that all these things were intentioned in a way to help each other and be kind, but we just have to be perhaps a little more social. What the heck? A little more socially aware of what we say to each other and blah, blah, blah. The lights if you're watching on video, the lights just went out. They went out, but they're back on. Holy goodness. So yeah, that's a little bit of that. And okay, quickly speaking, wow, this has just become like a very political episode. Speaking on the alt-right pipeline, like I was in the alt-right pipeline, which sounds fucking crazy because I had a Steven Universe fan account as a child. Look that up if you want to. You probably won't find it. So, the alt-right pipeline, like, the Ben Shapiro videos, the Steven Crowder videos, all that bullshit. It like really, it's a powerful thing. I mean, I don't know how much it exists anymore, but back in the day, 2016, it's a powerful thing. It'll pull you in, and a lot of the time you're just watching these videos and you're thinking, wow, like these liberals got fucking owned, man. Whoa, holy shit. These liberals stupid as fuck. But this Ben Shapiro guy, this Steven Crowder guy, he's just going on this stage and he's debating these like random college kids in front of crowds of all of his fans. And then the second they slip up, because they're just college students trying to tell their point, they're not like practice debaters like Ben Shapiro or Steven Crowder or whatever. The second they slip up, everyone's just like, oh, and Ben can say anything he wants, and as long as he says it in a way that sounds very confident and a little bit dismissive of what they're saying, everyone's gonna be like, whoa, holy shit, this liberal just got owned. And I don't even know how many of those people really believe in exactly what Ben is saying. I think they're just, a lot of the people who watch it are just really entertained in seeing these like other people be labeled as like dumb and stuff. Especially those fucking videos where they're trying to be like, oh, college is a scam. College is a scam. Please tell me how college is a scam. Those videos truly made me believe that college was dumb. I was like, yeah, you're getting all these loans, man, and you're not going to pay them back. Like, huh. But it never really talks about like public schools or community colleges or looking for scholarships. It's like, it really makes you wonder why the fuck they're doing this. And maybe it's because they want their audience to stay uneducated so that they could have a bigger audience, or else they'd figure out that all this shit is fucking stupid. College is cool. You should go to college. And college does not only mean that like, well, I have to go to college because I have to get a good paying job, which yes, that's extremely helpful. But sometimes if you could afford to go to college and it's free, maybe not free, but like super cheap, like it's also just great to learn. The art of learning and academia is a good thing. So it's like when someone's like, wow, man, you want to major in gender studies, man? Oh my God, these liberals, man, they're not going to make any money. Liberal studies, yo, come on, man. And to be fair, I have no idea what jobs you can get with liberal studies. Wait, I mean gender studies. Did I say liberal studies? Gender studies. But I mean, what if those people just want to learn about gender? Is that so crazy? Not everyone has to be a business major. And maybe they go to college for gender studies and they have a completely different career path that they're already working on, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. And the newest offender of this is that guy, Charlie Kirk. That guy's so annoying. That guy's honestly like a worse version of Ben Shapiro, because at least Ben Shapiro does like the cutesy movie reviews, and it can be a little whimsy once in a while and like enjoys musicals. Like that guy can be kind of cool sometimes. But no, man, not this Charlie Kirk guy. He's really annoying. I would never want to meet that guy. And sometimes the Candace Owens should be funny. I forget what she was. Oh, when she covers the Rachel Zegler stuff, it's kind of interesting. I guess I don't really agree with her most of the time, or any of the time, but hey, that Candace Owens should be kind of entertaining. I be seeing the TikTok clips, I be seeing the YouTube reels, and she's got me a little entertained, yo. But I also do feel like Candace Owens, what's going on there? How did you fall down the well? And can we get you out? We could save you. Okay, so moving on from all the crazy stuff with the liberals and the political climate and the conservatives and all the crazy stuff, I want to talk to you a little bit about my janitor job and what happened there. Well, the other day I was cleaning the locker room, and there was a phone sitting there on the table because the lacrosse players, I think, or the soccer players, I think lacrosse players, whatever they are, one of them left their phone in there from practice. And I know this is something you do with friends, but I have no idea why I got the urge to do it. But I look at the phone, and I kind of look around to see if anyone's looking. I stop sweeping the floor. I go up to the phone, and if you're watching on video, I pick up the phone, and I turn the camera to my face, and I just do this. snap a pic, did that goofy ass, that devious, smirky ass face, took the screenshot and put it there. And the second after I did that, I thought it was so funny. And then I thought, this guy's going to think I'm a pedophile. Not only do I got this fuck ass mustache on, but I just did a devious ass smirk into this probably like 15-year-old boy's phone. It's not a good look. Not a good look at all. And honestly, I wish I could delete it, but I couldn't. So after being really depressed about it for a second, I just put the phone down and I kept sweeping. But then all the boys in the locker room came back. And that motherfucker picked up his phone. And I guess he didn't see the picture immediately, but I just thought, I'm going to have to see this kid probably tomorrow. He's going to go through his camera roll and be like, this guy's a fucking creep. So that hurt me a bit. And I learned my lesson. I can't be taking pictures in random underage boys' phones. That's crazy. I thought it was funny, but now I might get put on a watch list. Pray for me. Hey, pray for me. Pray for me, shotties. All right. Something I got beef with. I've been applying to internships. I'm sure a lot of you have been applying to internships too out there. If you're a little junior in college, or maybe you're a senior applying for jobs out there, is that I applied a month ago to some of these internships, and I know realistically I probably won't get any of these internships. I don't know if that's realistic. I might get one of them. I've applied to maybe like 11. But it's been a while, and I haven't heard back from any of them. And I keep going to the company website, keep checking my application status, and I keep looking at the fucking website. And it like grinds my gears. It really do. It grinds my gears when I see all these happy ass motherfuckers on the lawn of the. Okay, I'm gonna use one for like, if the people. Hey, if you are watching this as one of the people who are trying to hire me, please look at the good side of me and not the craziness I'm about to spew. For example, Sony Pictures. I applied to some internships at Sony Pictures Television, and I think it would be really, really, really cool to work there, right? But sometimes I go on the website, and I'm looking at these kids on the line all smiling, and I'm like, man, can y'all just accept me? I want to be there too. I want to be all grinning it up, you know? I want to be there smiling. And it's just like, what the hell do these kids have that I don't? I mean, obviously something. But I'm like sizing each kid up. I'm like, nah, you're not cut out for this. Nah, you're not material, man. I should take your spot. But realistically, that kid probably has like 5 years production experience. He's top of his game. He's written like 5 feature-length screenplays, and like 3 of them went to Sundance, and, you know, he's dating Mikey Madison. So he has all these things that I don't have. So I'm out here hating when I'm not even in the game. I'm not even playing, y'all. I'm the fucking audience member. I'm that guy at the Mets game screaming, telling these bitches they can't play ball when I've got a broken foot and I haven't played ball since I was 14. But I keep saying I was supposed to go to the MLB. I'm a hater. I'm a freaking hater. But really, in all seriousness, I don't want to be the hater. I want to be the lover. Internships. I linked my resume. In my resume, this YouTube is linked. If you're watching this, give me a chance. Give me a chance to prove myself. Give me a chance to show you I could put in the work. And I know I was saying earlier, the stereotypes got to be stopped, but you know what they say about these Mexicans. We work hard for low pay. I actually don't really want to work for low pay. I want to work for the pay said on the company's website. You know, they make you write that in the internship. It's like, what is your desired pay for this? It's like, $19 an hour, like stated on the website. What are you supposed to say to that? Maybe that makes more sense for like salaried positions when they have like the sliding scale. But when it's like hourly, it's like, if I say like pay me $12 an hour, will that help my chances? And if I say 20, it's like, okay, now I'm an egotistical bitch. I don't know. Okay, I got two more topics for you. Guys, sometimes I imagine, and I start imagining, I start wondering, I start really thinking. I'm a big ponderer, as you know. If you've listened to this podcast, you know I'm on that pondering shit. And the other night, I was truly thinking, what would it be like to be a woman? You know, this is a thought that I've had once in a while. And not in a way that I'm like, want to transition or anything, but I'm just saying, like, I love being a man. I love it. It's really convenient. Getting to pee wherever you want. Not facing sexism. It's pretty cool. But I really think it's so freaking crazy that I have to live this one life and I never got to experience the other side. I never got to know what it's like to be a woman till, I don't know, like it's just something I'd like to experience. Like if I could, in my next life, be reborn as a female version of myself, I think that'd be really cool. And that's pretty much my point. I just think it's crazy. Like, dude, if I was a girl, I'd have 5 boyfriends. If I was a girl, I mean, what could I do as a girl that I can't do as a man? Yeah, I would be playing motherfuckers. I'd be like, I feel like I'd be an Omega Bop. I'd be out the streets. My mother would be worried for me. I'd start an OnlyFans. Make those racks. Well, actually, you know, hold on. Let's take a breather here. The OnlyFans thing, this isn't even like a warning. This is like already been talked about multiple times. I mean, to be a successful OnlyFans creator, like, I think you already have to be famous. Like, I can't just be a woman, pop out and be like, here, buy my OnlyFans. Like, I have 2 followers on Instagram. Like, it's just not going to happen. But in my fictional universe, I guess I have no, okay, guys, I'm just playing around. I guess realistically, I wouldn't start the OnlyFans. If I wouldn't start it in this life, I wouldn't start it in another. But yeah, like, in another life, I was a woman. In another life, I was Angelica. Angela Aguilar. You know, I actually have crazy beef with Angela Aguilar. If you don't know, Angela Aguilar is a very famous singer. If you're Latino, you probably know the thing where she goes with Amor with Christian Nodal. That's his name, right? He makes some banger music. They're like together, I think still maybe. And people in Mexico really, really, really fucking hate her. Oh my gosh, this wasn't even intentional, but it's all connected. Angela Aguilar, Rachel Zegler, both hated, both women. There's a theme going on in this episode. There's a theme going on. And I just wanted to say, oh my gosh. Well, I was going to say I got beef with Angela Aguilar, and if I ever met her, I want to box her, or like we need to tussle because I'm Angel Aguilar. She's Angela Aguilar. Like, I can't make it and not be compared to her. I also do sing. Not saying that I'm a better singer. She probably is. No, she is. But it's just that maybe the comparisons will be made. Maybe no one will ever talk about it ever. And it'll just be pushed aside. But I honestly really want to meet her and just be like, you my greatest enemy. But now that we're talking about women and sexism and hatred and how Rachel doesn't deserve the hate. Well, I guess I was saying Gal deserves the hate. But we all agree there. Come on. Some of us. Maybe I should stop the Angela Aguilar beef. Maybe I got to put that to the side and say, you know what? 2 is better than... What's the thing? 2 is better than 1. I don't know what the saying is. If you guys know the saying, let me know. But we got to stop the Angela Aguilar hate. Amor. Put that behind us. Start looking to the future, building a new tomorrow. Angela Aguilar, if you see this, hey, let's put the beef to rest. Let's collab on a song, yo. Let's make a banger. Put it on Billboard Hot 100. You speak English? Oh my God, now I'm going to be like no. I was going to say, now I'm going to be like one of those people who was like trying to learn Spanish from me. I'm going to be like, Angela, you got to learn English if you want to come to the United States. Make a song with me. No, fuck that. It's going to be in Spanish. And it's going to be number 1 on the charts, bitch. All right, well, last thing I want to say is that this episode is really hard to get out because I'm feeling really sleepy. I'm like a big bear. I had double everything at Chipotle, and my order is white rice, double, pinto beans, double chicken, and cheese, which is already a big back ass order, but I feel like a big bear. I'm about to go into hibernation. I'm ready to take a nap. Guys, I just got through the whole podcast. Guys, shout out to you. If you actually listen to this every week and you're listening all the way through, I love you. I love you so much. You have no idea how much it means to me. I'm so sorry this episode came out like an hour and a half late. If you even care, you probably don't care. Guys, thank you so much for the support. Episode 8 is crazy. We're so close to episode 10. Next week, I'm pretty sure, if not next week or the next 2 weeks, we are going to have guests on this podcast for the new play I'm in called Secrets and Smoke-Filled Rooms. If you're at Purchase College, go to the Instagram, Secrets and Smoke-Filled Rooms, click on the link and reserve tickets totally now. I play Martelli in Secrets and Smoke-Filled Rooms, which is the antagonist, sexist motherfucker. Don't fuck with sexism, like to act it, I guess. That's a crazy statement. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Find me on Instagram at Angel4Aguilar, TikTok at Pandulce Pictures, YouTube. Oh my gosh, I just burped. YouTube at Pandulce Pictures, and email me this week your crazy freaking stories. Craziest story gets $5. Email it to pandulcepictures1@gmail.com. All right, that's the end of it. I'm loving this kind of new space. If you haven't noticed, this new space is kind of cool, and I really like the way the hair is growing. And obviously, in honor of the Rachel Zegler talk, we got to wear the Mickey Mouse T-shirt. Guys, thank you so much for listening, and stay sweet.